Guys, excuse the lightning. I know I had to just post this and put this out there, but I just want to let you know, to that man, to that woman that is being so timid and fearful to accomplish a certain goal, especially when you know that God has instructed you to do it, such as like you started a project, you started school, you've just started something, and there's something that there's an assignment that you know that you're supposed to get completed, but you've kind of like left it halfway just because, one, you don't feel like you can do it. I know I've spoken so much about this kind of topics, but I know this is a topic that a lot of us, especially even children of God, yes, I know we're bold and confident, but I know that a lot of us still struggle with that. I, for one, struggle with that too, sometimes as well. But I just want to let you know that you cannot afford to leave that assignment, that project, or that business, whatever it is that you have started. You cannot afford to leave it halfway. You cannot. God hates when we leave things halfway. You should have never started at number one if you knew you wasn't going to finish it, right? But let's just say now you have reached that point where, as you know that, okay, I've done all this work, and then now it's the time for you to finally, like, you got just one more step to do, and then now you just keep yourself stagnant. You're at a huge pause because you're being fearful, because you're just being timid. Look, once again, we all know what it says in 2 Timothy 1 verse 7, I believe. God says he did not give us that spirit. He didn't give us the spirit of fear and timidity. He didn't. God gave us that spirit of power, the spirit of love, and the spirit of discipline, of self-discipline. He never gave us that spirit of fear. Okay? And yes, there's nothing wrong with us being anxious of the uncertainty. There's nothing wrong of us just like, thinking about it, like, how is this gonna lead to, where is this gonna lead to, what are the bads or the goods that's gonna happen. There's nothing wrong with you thinking about it, but the problem is that when you refuse to complete that task just because you're so gripped by fear, you don't want to do it. You have to. It's important, it's crucial, not only in this season, but all around, in every aspect of your life. You cannot start things and then you don't accomplish it. You cannot finish just last step and yet you want to reach a certain level in your life, or yet you want to be a certain person, or whatever the case is. And I also wanted to just remind you, use the authority that you have been given. Use it. Luke 10:19 speaks about that. You have been given that authority to step on scorpions and serpents, right? You have. You really have. So you have to use it. And you have to also know that nothing is going to hurt you. Yes, you're going to stumble here and there. You're going to have to, maybe you might make some errors here and there, or maybe you might do it and then it might not work out exactly how you planned, which it really don't always work out the way that we plan, but it's going to work out the way that God planned it. Because you got to move forward. You got to take that step. You got to be moving, keep moving and keep moving so God can continue to flow. You cannot just stand still just because of that fear. No, you can't. You're doing yourself more harm. And then not only that, you may be thinking that it's only affecting you, but it's affecting those around you. It is, and it will. Okay? And your delays, you just reaching that goal or that next level that God wants for you so bad. You're not gonna reach just because you're allowing that. No. So allow fear out the window, allow timidity out the window, and use your power, use your authority. You have an authority, and use it with all boldness and confidence. Keep going even when the going gets tough. Keep going even when you're sad. Keep going even if on some days you feel like you cannot do it. It's gonna happen like that. Each day is not perfect, but you're given a new day to make for more opportunities, to take advantage of it. You're given a new day. So just because you hit a stumbling block does not mean that you cannot go farther in life. It does not mean that, oh, that's the end. No, that's a life from the pit of hell. It is. So I just wanted to remind you, man, woman, young, old, it don't matter. Just keep going. You have to keep going and always include God. Dedicate your weaknesses to God. Say it to God. Admit to God. Tell God your fears. Tell God your worries. Tell God to help you with those weaknesses that you have. That's why God is your friend. You speak to God. Tell God all about it. And another thing, before I conclude this video, I wanted to tell you, I don't care if people are laughing at you. I don't care if they're mocking you. I don't care if they're saying they're in disbelief in what it is that you're saying or what it is that you're doing. You just got to do what God asks of you. You don't have a choice. You have to just do it because you already went around. You already went around and you've seen that nothing else matters. Nothing else compares to God's love. So there's no need for you to even be doubtful. There's no need for you to even be listening to all those he says and she says. There's no need, because the only voice that matters is the voice of the Lord. That's the only voice that matters. Even when the going gets tough, that's the only voice that matters. God's voice. God has the final say in your life. Nobody else. Nothing else. So I'm praying for you. Pray for me too. Say a prayer for me. Like I said, all of us have that struggle here and there, and that's okay. It's okay. Let's just keep fighting and just going forward and doing what our Father requires of us. Don't give up. You cannot. It's not the end. It's not the end. You may stumble and fall, but get back up. Keep going. Stay blessed on today, and subscribe, follow, share with somebody that you know needs this, because a lot of us do. Don't just keep it to yourself. Share it. And pray for others, and stay hopeful, stay prayed up, stay worship, and just continue to give it all to God. God is not a man that lies. God's words never come back void. God will not tell you something and not do it. Only you will stop yourself, but God will not. God cannot. He cannot go back on his word. God is not a liar. God is not a man that because you do something wrong or whatever, he changes him. No, God is an unchangeable God. That's who he is. The Alpha and Omega. So you're his baby. God got you and wants the best and nothing more for you. So once again, y'all, stay blessed. Keep going. You are already a winner. With God, you cannot lose. You cannot. All right? Bye.